Wits University students have vowed to continue with their protests until their demands are met. The students went on a rampage this week demanding a solution to financial exclusion and accommodation woes at the institution. Well, joining us now is Wits SRC President Aphiwe Mnyamana. Aphiwe, thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining us on our platform this morning. Very quickly, what's the plan for today? Are you intending to continue with your protest action, or will you finally get into engagement with university management?
Good morning to you and good morning to membership. As you have said, we are always ready as student leaders to engage with management, and we do have a meeting with management after 1 o'clock. So the plan today is to have we are having a media briefing at 11 o'clock. So we are inviting all media houses and to come and attend, because the issue which we have realized is that Wits, as we have seen yesterday, it has banned all media campuses to enter their campuses. So we want to give a full update at the SRC, and that will be done at 11 a.m. at National Center in our presser.
Right. Well, I think I speak for most when I say that is certainly a promising start. But in the event that the engagements don't go according to plan, as in the requests that you have put forward cannot be met by university management, what then? Is it a return to the streets for further demonstrations, or are you looking for other avenues to try and address your grievances?
As I have said, these demands are genuine, and these demands are the demands of the students. The university cannot operate as normal up until these demands are met. So we are open to engagement, but in a point where these demands are not met, we are going to continue with the protest.
The problem is, Aphiwe, is that Wits University has repeatedly said that a number of your demands have already been met, but clearly to an unsatisfactory level on the part of students. And I'll give you an example. The demands that Wits University needs to do more in terms of assisting students with funding. Wits says that it has committed about 150 million rands towards the bursaries and scholarships for this year alone. And so the question is, are you asking for the university to do even more beyond the means that it says it has?
Yes, ma'am. And one thing which I can say is that the Wits University has been spreading a false rumor. Hence, we are having the press conference, and all media houses are allowed to ask the SRC questions. Unfortunately, all the questions regarding to the protest and everything will be answered in our presser.
Right. The other criticism is that the requests that have been made by protesting students, some of them at least, are unreasonable, while the plight of students who are unable to afford university fees, who are unable to afford the fees associated with accommodation and living arrangements, is something that certainly a lot of South Africans sympathize with. Perhaps the expectation that the responsibility, the sole responsibility to take care of these issues lies with the university is unfounded. What's your response to those individuals who would say that what you're actually asking of management is unreasonable?
We do not believe that what we are asking of management is unreasonable. We do believe that this is a genuine cause, and students have rallied because they are really affected with that. And as I've said, ma'am, I don't have enough time. I would like to answer all of your questions, but please be available to our presser and please see the latest attached communication by the Wits SRC.
All right.
Today.
Very quickly, before we let you go, I understand that you are pressed for time, and I appreciate the time that you have made to have this conversation with us. The other concern, Aphiwe, is that whenever we see mass movements, mass demonstrations, as we have the past couple of days of this scale, there's a concern that we have third-party forces trying to co-opt, trying to capture the protest stations for their own reasons, sometimes for reasons associated with political expediency, for instance. Are you concerned by the same issues raised, or are you not?
As for our protest, ma'am, our protest is led by the Wits SRC, which is mandated by its constitution to represent students' needs and student demands. So our protest won't be infiltrated by third party. Our protest will remain resolute on solving issues of students. So I am not concerned about infiltration because people leading the protest are genuine student leaders, and students have came and have shown their solidarity with the SRC.
All right, Aphiwe, thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining us on the Weekend Report this morning.